The challenge is to create a full brand identity and website for an online canine company that is user-friendly and accessible for all abilities. All buildings built after 2010 are required by law to have disabled access. The online world, however, has been slower to catch up, and not all sites are accessible, and neither are they required to be. Dog ownership is diverse and covers every demographic group and various psychographic and behavioural categories. Specifically, 34% of UK households own a dog. This includes many people with disabilities, from people having dogs as companions to those who have them as service dogs, such as guide dogs or alert dogs. 20% of the world's population suffers from some form of visual impairment, whether mild and having light sensitivity, or severe and being partially sighted, tunnel-visioned, or nearing total blindness. Every day, the visually impaired suffer discrimination in the digital world, which shouldn't still be an issue in the year 2023. The client Yappy is an online canine services directory, allowing the user to find the best local services to them, all in one convenient and user-friendly website. Yappy requires the creation of a complete brand identity and online presence, with the core objective being accessibility and simplicity. Helping the visually impaired differentiate between different sections on a page could be done by adding different textures and patterns to the UI design. The website should have well-thought-out accessibility features and personalization features so the user can adjust things like typeface, text size, colors, alignment, and more to suit their individual needs. All websites should be made accessible, but in this case it's essential that the website is accessible to accommodate disabled dog owners. The aim of the project is to create a complete brand identity and online presence, with the core objective being accessibility and simplicity, and ensuring that its visual elements are inclusive and accessible for all abilities and disabilities, specifically the visually impaired. The design should be simple and uncluttered to help with usability for all ages, but should also be clean and contemporary to keep up with current trends. The objectives are: create a brand identity that encompasses the company values with an emphasis on tone of voice and inclusivity. Design a user-friendly website tailored to dog owners of all demographics. Accommodate disabled users, specifically the visually impaired, through the creation of an accessible brand identity and website design with customizable accessibility features. There is a specific goal to this project: the creation of a fully accessible brand identity and website so that the user can have both a stress-free and inclusive experience, regardless of their ability. Progress can be measured via surveys on the visuals such as the web design, logo, and accessibility settings, and by setting milestones that must be achieved for the project to be deemed successful, such as working through the UI accessibility checklist and utilising all feedback from the research survey. Through my experience in brand identity, web design, and my research on accessibility, I have the skills and resources to build an inclusive brand identity and accessible user interface design within the timeframe of 2 study blocks. This project is highly relevant to today's issues with accessibility in design, particularly web design, and the knowledge gained will help me to become a more inclusive designer in the future. The timeframe of 2 study blocks is ample to complete this project in time for the July 2023 deadline. Using Padlet, I have created a mood board which shows various logo trends, colours, and fonts among current UK competitors. By viewing the large range of design styles all in one place, I can compare and combine them to inspire my own scamps. The archetype of this brand is the caregiver, and should be communicated through the inclusive tone of voice, colours, and typefaces used in the creation of this brand identity. The tone of voice will be communicated as being playful, casual, friendly, inclusive, and helpful. The playfulness can be communicated through bright, loud colours and energetic illustrations. In my initial scamps, number 7 was a favourite, but I had concerns over the readability of the tagline on smaller viewports, and the legibility of the letter Y that loops around the text. For this reason, I tried a different approach and experimented with a bold, heavy font that would be readable at all sizes, and removed the distracting tagline, as it would only be readable on larger viewports. I decided to use bright, happy and energetic colours that have a strong contrast for the visually impaired.